You wake up when your body is ready. No alarm, no schedule, no place you need to be. The sun is barely above the horizon and the air smells like wood smoke and dry grass. You already know what today will look like. Not because you planned it, because this is just what a day is. For roughly 300,000 years, this was every human morning. No deadlines, no commute, no inbox. Just a body waking up inside a world it was perfectly shaped for. So, what did ancient humans actually do all day? The answer is stranger than you think. The first thing to understand is that ancient humans did not spend most of their time hunting. Anthropologist Richard Lee dismantled this myth in a landmark 1968 study of the Kung San people of the Kalahari Desert. Lee tracked exactly how they spent their time and found they only needed roughly 15 to 17 hours of work per week to meet all of their food needs. The rest of the time was theirs. 15 hours a week, less than a part-time job. Lee called these groups affluent societies, not wealthy in objects, wealthy in time. Anthropologist James Sussman, who studied hunter-gatherer groups for over 25 years, reached the same conclusion. Ancient humans were, by modern standards, remarkably well-rested and free. So what did that freedom look like? Let's reconstruct an ordinary day. Roughly 50,000 years ago, somewhere in sub-Saharan Africa, you rise before full light. The camp is already stirring. A fire from the night before still holds a few coals. Children are already awake, already playing. The morning is social before anything else. People sit close, share food, and talk. There is a particular kind of laughter that only happens when people have slept side by side for years. Then the group splits. Some go to forage, gathered plant foods, tubers, nuts, and berries, contributed the majority of calories for the whole group. Dental calculus preserved on ancient teeth at sites like Blombos Cave in South Africa confirms plant-based foods formed the core of the diet. These people knew exactly where to look. They had spent years learning the land the way you know your own neighborhood. Gathering is not mindless work. It requires deep expertise. You need to know which plants are safe, which roots are worth digging for, which sounds signal danger. Archaeologist Polly Wiesner, who spent decades studying the San people of Namibia, noted that this environmental knowledge was among the most respected skills in the community. That foraging trip takes 3 or 4 hours, maybe 4, then it is done. You come back to camp. You put down what you found. You sit down. The middle of the day belongs to rest, social rest. You sit in groups. You talk. You work on small tasks while you talk. Wiesner's 2014 research revealed something striking. During the day, conversations were mostly practical. But at night, around the fire, more than 60% of conversation shifted to storytelling, narrative, memory, connection. This was not entertainment. This was technology. Storytelling was how knowledge survived without writing. The fire, the circle, the story. This pattern is so embedded in human neurology that firelight still has a measurable calming effect on blood pressure today, documented by anthropologist Christopher Lynn at the University of Alabama. Elders held enormous value in the group. They were the library. Anthropologist Kristen Hawkes, in her research known as the grandmother hypothesis, argues that grandmothers who lived decades past childbearing were so vital to group survival that they reshaped human longevity itself. You are alive, in part, because of grandmothers. Here is the part nobody tells you. Agriculture, invented roughly 10 to 12,000 years ago, did not free humans from labor. It multiplied it. Skeletal analysis by paleopathologist Clark Spencer Larson shows that when population shifted to farming, they developed more joint stress, more dental disease, more nutritional deficiency. They worked longer hours for less variety. They got shorter. They got sicker. Agriculture was not a step up. For most people, it was a trap. What did ancient humans do all day? They moved. They rested. They foraged. They told stories. They sat with their children and their elders and watched the fire. And you, sitting wherever you are right now, carrying the body they built and the brain they wired. You already know this is true. You feel it every time a long weekend opens up and you do not know what to do with the freedom. Every time a candle slows your breathing. Every time you sit with people you love and feel, without knowing why, that this is the thing. This is what you were made for. This is what your ancestors did all day. And somehow, in the middle of everything modern life has built, that ancient pull never left you. It was never supposed to.